Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 75 of the podcast. This is your host, Amobi Habari, that is hello in Swahili. Today, we are wrapping up discussions on the AFCFCA competition policy protocol. So, today is our final discussion on that. Then we'll move on to the protocol on investment or the protocol on intellectual property next week. So let's just go right into today's topic. For today, we are going to look at abuse of economic dependence and any other anti-competitive practices. That's our focus for today. Economic dependence is deemed to exist where undertakings, that is businesses or companies, whether as suppliers or purchasers of a certain type of goods or services, are dependent on another undertaking or a group of undertakings in such a way that there is no sufficient or reasonable possibilities for switching to third parties, and there's also significant imbalance of power between or among such undertakings. So how does the protocol determine what economic dependence is? So economic dependence shall be based on the market share of the undertaking in the market, the market share of the company, the relative strength of the undertaking, the existence or not of alternative solutions, and the factors that led to the situation of dependence. The protocol prohibits an undertaking or group of undertakings or gatekeepers to abuse the relative position of economic dependence over a customer or supplier if the conduct substantially affects the functioning and structure of competition in the market. So that's prohibited. Then undertakings that are designated as gatekeepers or core platforms are prohibited from engaging in any of the following conduct. I'll just list out some of that. So they are prohibited from imposing prices or service parity clauses on business users. They are also prohibited from imposing anti-steering provisions or otherwise preventing business users from engaging consumers directly outside of a core platform. They are prohibited from using business user data to compete against the business user. So if a business user provides it when they can't use that, they're also prohibited from self-preferencing of services or products offered by the gatekeeper on a core platform, and also prohibited from introducing differentiation in fees or treatment against small and medium enterprises. And I'll mention another one, that's not the last one, but I'll just mention placing restrictions on the portability of data or other actions that inhibit switching platforms for business and end users. For the benefit of those that may not be core platforms, they include online search engines, online intermediation services between businesses and end users. That's where businesses they offer goods and services to consumers or end users through digital platforms. So that's what core platform means. And finally, another one that is also prohibited is requiring the pre-installation of gatekeeper applications or services on devices. So this is where we're wrapping up discussions on the competition policy protocol. And as usual, the podcast is for educational purposes only. Please seek expert advice if you would like to discuss more in respect of trade. And until next week, I say to you, bye-bye.